Welcome into the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Josh McKinney alongside Jamie McCracken. Jamie, a lot of high school basketball going on tonight, especially in the 13th region, the Bobby Keith Classic, and a big rivalry game in London.
Yeah, a couple big rivalry games in the 13th and 15th regions, one of those which amounts to top 5 matchup, and a nice district rivalry right here in Perry County.
All of that is true, and we will get to those games shortly, but we begin with what is a great weekend of basketball in Manchester.
It was so nice out today. We got to be in a gym.
One of two games of the week, the Bobby Keith Classic from Clay County High School. There you see Billy Hicks, head coach of Scott County. Once upon a time, coach of Corbin is Cardinals meeting the Red Hounds in the Bobby Keith Classic. Cardinals working the offense early. Clem Dameron flips it up and in down low, plus the foul. Early 5-point lead for Scott County. At the other end, off the inbounds, Andrew Taylor, wide open from behind the arc, pulls the Hounds back within 2. He had himself a big game. Off the Corbin turnover, Bryce Long on the break gets the layup, and another and one opportunity for the Cardinals. They lead by 3, but who answers for Corbin? Taylor. Another triple for the sophomore. We're all tied up. U-Pike top play contender. Off the Cardinals miss. Hounds on the break. Taylor wide open, but he lobs it up to Zach McGuett, who lays it in. Corbin by 4. And then McGuett from deep on the left wing. Red Hounds by 5. But as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, it is Scott County that pulls out the win in game number 1 at the Bobby Keith Classic. 74-65, the final score.
How about the nightcap? Shannon Hoskins, always in a t-shirt and his gym clothes, like you're rolling out of bed. Perry Central beating Logan, West Virginia, picked one up in the 4th quarter. That's James Blair.
We love Coach Hoskins.
Perry Central up by 1. On the run now, Travis Dunn hands it off to Noah Baby got back. Splashes it. Perry on top now by 2, but the Wildcats hanging around down 4. Brennan Goff. Logan within a single point again. Now Perry down 2, Austin Hill. He connects on the long jumper, and the Doors back up by 1. So everybody getting into scoring for the Perry Central Commodores this year. Less than 2 minutes to play. Murphy on the break, misses the short jumper, but Goff follows it up. Logan now up 1. Logan still up 1. But Matt Turner, he's got a fresh do, and he's always got a fresh-looking shot. Hits the jumper, just 44 seconds remaining. U-Pike top plate contender, Perry down 1 with 12 seconds left. My boy Travis Dunn, the shortest player on the court.
How he came up with that rebound, I don't know.
What in the world? Are we going to take another look? He got the rebound, and he puts it back up. That takes the lead. It's 55-54. Take one more look at it. Look at that. Acting like a big boy down there. Let's go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Perry Central wins a thriller in Manchester. That was the game winner, 55-54, the final over Logan, West Virginia. Tanner Hesterberg with Coach Hoskins.
Perry Central a big winner tonight over Logan, West Virginia, 55-54. Perry Central coach Shannon Hoskins. Coach, congratulations. How were you guys able to pull it out against a Logan team that was bigger and, quite frankly, more athletic than you guys were tonight?
We just hung with it tonight. They really hurt us on the rebounds. I think they out-rebounded something like 17. But we were able to get some turnovers. That's the only way we were able to survive tonight is getting turnovers, and we made a lot of big shots when we needed to make them.
Your team led by as many as 9 points tonight. You give up the lead in the 4th quarter, go back in front. I think there were 4 or 5 lead changes in that 4th quarter. But in the end, you guys were able to pull it out. Dunn gets the putback with 4 seconds left. What does that say about your team's resiliency?
I think this year's team, more than anyone that I've ever coached, has got that will to win. And it showed tonight. Travis Dunn made 2 mistakes back-to-back and was able to come back and get a big rebound and put back. I'm just so proud of him.
Your team 3-1 now on the season. The big question coming into the year, how are you going to deal with life without Braxton Beverly? And so far, you've had some guys really step up and come together, and it's benefited your team early on.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to treat it like it was a graduation. You know, at some point, Braxton was going to be gone, and the other guys had to step up, and it was just a year early, and I think we've done a good job of everybody coming together, chipping in points here and there, rebounds here and there. Up until tonight, we hadn't been out-rebounded.
All right, Coach, thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.
55-54, Perry Central a winner tonight over Logan, West Virginia in the Bobby Keith Classic. Back to you.
That team is resilient.
Big win for the Commodores. Coming up, a couple of rivalry games, including the Battle of Beaver Creek in Floyd County.
And the second-ranked South Laurel Cardinals host crosstown rival, the number 5 North Laurel Jags, in an early season mounted top 5 showdown.
Time now for our Fans in the Stands, sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University. We travel west to Laurel County, where North Laurel Jaguar fans are out in droves supporting their 4th-ranked Jaguars battle rival South Laurel. Highlights of this heated showdown coming up in a moment. North Laurel fans, our Fans in the Stands, sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University.
Nice banana suit there. Tonight in London, a Mountain Top 5 matchup between number 2 South Laurel at number 4 North Laurel. The Cards yet to play a home game this year. In fact, their home opener isn't until next Tuesday, meaning South will have already played 2 games at North before they even play 1 game in their own gym. Of course, they were at the Legacy Nissan Classic last week. There's my banana suit. I like that. Arguably 2 of the best student sections in the state tonight for the crosstown rivals, South Laurel and North Laurel. South wasting no time, working it down low to the big man. As Caleb Taylor, he had 15 at the half. Let's go second quarter. Jared Grubb. He finished with 16, South by 5. You can't have a North highlight, though, without this guy. Peyton Broughton. Step back, Jay. Get it. He finished with 16, North within 3. Taylor, though, the big man, he can run the floor too. Oh my goodness. 31 points, add on 15 rebounds and 5 block shots, and a nice big scream. Let's go to Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. South Laurel goes into North Laurel and hands the Jags their first loss of the season. Cardinals win it 59-51.
Over in Pike County, number 10 Shelby Valley hosting Prestonsburg in 15th Region girls action. In the first, Kylie Tackett will take it to the paint for an easy layup. Shelby Valley up 7 early at home. Staying in the first quarter, it's Tackett once again. This time the 3 to extend the lead to double digits. After only scoring 1 bucket in the first, the Lady Black Cats are in need of some points, and it's Tiffany Meadows with the triple. P-Bird cutting into the Lady Cat lead down to 9 in the second. But the Lady Cats will fire back with a Lakin Mullins jumper to keep the Valley lead at 9. And then Summer Rose will pass it down court to Cassidy Wright, who will take it in. Nice baseball pass. Easy deuce there. Shelby Valley wins it at home over the Lady Black Cats 64-38. The final from Robinson Creek.
Do not look at the prompter. Celebrity spotting. Got any guesses?
I'm sorry.
Nothing. Bobby Cyrus, younger cousin of Billy Ray Cyrus. Yes, and Miley Cyrus. Let's do it. It's South Floyd Allen Central, and that was Seth Hall. 1, 2, and 3 the hard way. Later, Hall making that extra pass in the corner to his boy Cameron Nelson. That's a quarter pocket 3 ball. Rebels off and running. South Floyd needs a timeout. Later, Andrew Tackett kicks it out. Jake Collins, he stops the bleeding. That's a splash ball. South Floyd down 1. Now, Cameron Blevins, he may have got away with a walk right there, but we'll let it go. He gets it off to Hall, and he keeps getting buckets. Rebs up by 4. Under a minute to go now in the quarter. Raiders go inside. Brady Kahn. Oh, yeah, he lifts in the weight room. Give me some skin. Raiders down 3 after 1. Second quarter, UPI top play contender. Tackett gets the board, and Tackett goes the distance. The stop, the pop, that ties the game at 19 apiece. That's good and all, but the Rebs then go on a 6-0 run. Ethan Smith. Give me all 3 of those. Go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Allen Central wins tonight 72-67 inside Raider Arena with Bobby Cyrus in the building.
Staying on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, some girls' top 10 scores. Number 3 Johnson Central over Sheldon Clark, 56-31. Down in Harlan County, the 4th-ranked Lady Dragons of Harlan defeat Letcher Central 58-27. Also in Harlan County, the 6th-ranked Lady Black Bears, 71-45 winners over Middlesboro. And Powell County, the 8th-ranked Lady Pirates defeat Lee County in 56th district action, 54-50. Well, still to come on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Number 9 Pikeville welcomes in the Magoffin County Hornets.
And a 54th district matchup at Memorial Gym. The Hazard Bulldogs host the Leslie County Eagles.
We're the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars, and you're watching Sports Overtime.
My feelings is what you guys done will be remembered for as long as there's a Johnson Central High School. You guys have done something that nobody else in school history has done. No one else has done. You have nothing to be ashamed of. We had a lot to learn from this time, a lot. But we have nothing, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. We're going to take this experience. We're going to build on this experience. Good Lord willing, we'll come back here next year with our awesome cheerleaders and our awesome pep section. You guys don't have nothing to be ashamed of. And you came out the second half and you fought like I asked you to do. I asked you not to roll over and die. You could have rolled over and died. As you guys leave here, I want you to know something. Your coaches love you and we care about you. Now while you're playing for us, it's not easy to be a nice guy. But hopefully, as you all go on throughout life, we'll be there for you. We love you, each and every one of you. And you'll find when you have children, you have to stay on your children as well. I just don't have nothing to be sad about tonight. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
One last visit to Bowling Green there with Jim Matney and Johnson Central. Both Hazard and Leslie County are off to a 2-1 start this season, with both the Bulldogs and Eagles losing to a team in the 54th district. Luckily for both of them, or unluckily depending on how you look at it, the regular season games don't matter because the district draws to determine postseason seeding. Nonetheless, a big game always. Leslie County visiting Memorial Gym to battle the Hazard Bulldogs. Bulldogs the aggressor early. Michael Spurlock shuffles to Griffin Wells. Bucket good down low. Hazard by 4. Solid play here for Leslie. Nick Hoskins pokes it loose. Tyler Dixon scoops it up, lays it in. Eagles down by 3. U-Pike top play contender. First quarter winding down. Hoskins on the run. Lets it fly.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it to go at the buzzer. Leslie down 7 after 1 quarter of play. Bulldogs working the offense. Look at the cut here by Spurlock. Nice feed from Jason Johnson. Bulldogs by 5. He can hit it on the run. He can also hit it spotting up. Hoskins, another 3, pulls the Eagles back within 2. U-Pike top play contender. Leslie on the run. Hoskins to Sean Baker, who catches it and lays it in all in one motion, and we're tied up. But Hazard would close the half on an 8-0 run, capped off by this 3 from Zach Fleming. As we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, the Bulldogs win it going away 60-34.
What are those?
Those are interesting shorts.
Those are the South Floyd Lady Raiders shorts. I like them. You know, shorts used to be so short back in the day. They didn't have room for all those designs and, lettering. South Floyd hosting Allen Central. That's Jesse Tackett. South Floyd up 35-6. And then Taylor Benson, 2 of her 11 points. Ashley Salisbury. She buries the jumper for the Lady Rebels. Foot was on the line, only 2 points. And only 2 points of the game for her. Leanne Hall now, same thing. Foot on the line. That's sinkage, though. Lady Raiders up by 40 at the break. Second half, third quarter, Hall back out to Tackett. Game high, 13 points for Tackett. Couple minutes to go now in the third quarter. Hannah Combs stops the bleeding for the Lady Rebs. Little running bank shot right there, but the story of the night, AC would throw something up, miss, and then the Lady Raiders would throw it down courts and get themselves a layup. Go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. They win the shorts game and they win the basketball game. South Floyd 73, Allen Central 25.
Number 9, Pikeville playing host to Magoffin County in 15th Region boys action. Hornets up double digits going into the third. Jaron Lovely to Brady Whitaker, gives it to Jacob Isaac, lays it up and in. Magoffin by 23. Wyatt Battle puts it up and in the bucket for the Panthers, but Panthers still down big at home. Trenton Russell snatches the ball, quick pass to Whitaker. That's 3 more points on the scoreboard for the visitors. Staying on top, Lovely taking it coast to coast with the layup, making it look easy. Clay Sloan now, quick pass to Jose Childress, give it right back to Ryder Johnson. Will add 3 more to the Pikeville score, but they're not able to catch up. With a few seconds left in the third, Lovely will take it around some Panthers. Gets the 2-point bucket just before the buzzer in Magoffin County.
Lovely.
Wins it big on the road, 85-50 over number 9 Pikeville.
Let's stay on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Girls score, Paintsville goes to Magoffin County, loses 62-49 in boys action. Lawrence County, they win by 5 tonight against June Buchanan, but wow, great defensive performance there by JBS. Another boys score to get to. Harlan County, the number 7 Black Bears defeat Middlesboro 17.
More to come on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, but as we go to break, here's a look at this week's Alice Wood College Boys and Girls Mountain Top 10s.
Anna Stamper is a senior at Buckford High School where she has a 4.16 grade point average, and that makes her our McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week. She's a member of the FBLA and STLP's clubs, as well as the academic team, and is a 7-year member of the Lady Wildcats volleyball team. Congrats, Anna, tonight's McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week.
How about some Long John Silver as our nothing but net shot of the night? We go back to Memorial Gym in Hazard. Nick Hoskins of Leslie County, the runner at the end of the first quarter, a runner from behind the three-point line, gets the shot before the buzzer. Eagles, though, would fall to the Bulldogs. But Nick Hoskins of Leslie County, Long John Silver's nothing but net shot of the night. Pretty good. It's time now to get you set for this weekend's action with the Saturday slate sponsored by Union College. The Kentucky Wildcats, in their win Wednesday over EKU, they made a conscious effort to dominate the paint, or at least try.
Yes, they did. For the game, Kentucky shot 55%, out-rebounded the Colonels 50-25, and while guys like Alex Pointras and Marcus Lee played well, Scala BCR continued to struggle underneath, thought the offensive aspect of his game. John Calipari says he simply needs to play tougher down low.
I thought Alex was outstanding in the second half. I thought Marcus Lee was really good in the second half, and I thought Scala made strides. He's not there yet, but he mixed it up. He dove on the floor. Now, he hurt his elbow, he said, but he did dive on the floor. I mean, so he's making strides, and I keep telling him it has nothing to do with what you do offensively. You're all seeing that he's pretty good offensively, but it's not what it is.
Well, there you have it. Yet another episode of the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime in the books, and again, it was fun as always.
Yeah, it was. You'll be at the Kentucky game tomorrow.
I will be.
3:15 tip-off.
ESPN, Arizona State.
We'll have highlights of that game.
Post-game, Lauren will be at the Bowman Memorial Classic, always a big tournament down in the Cumberland Valley. That's going on at Lynn Camp. You've got a thing with Cameron Justice. Last week you called him Cameron Jones.
Hey, now, don't be saying that.
And in this week's Sports Overtime Rewind, we go back to 2013 football season. The Cumberland's Patriots, their run at the national championship game. But one game in particular, the semifinals versus Carroll College. What a game that was in overtime, so we'll revisit that. Should be another fun show tomorrow. Lauren's back. It's been a while for her.
Yeah, I know. It's been like 3 weeks. Thank goodness. She'll probably have my ice, which, you know, you don't get. One more thing. We're going to open up the show tomorrow night, by the way. I had a half-court shot. I hit 2 of 3 half-court shots at Memorial Gym in the Vanderbilt.
Now, that is something you will not want to miss.
And Cameron filmed it.
Jamie and Lauren here tomorrow night for Sports Overtime Saturday night. Until then, from us to you, thanks for watching and have a good night.
Hit the music.